Hey guys, and welcome to today's video, where today I'm going to be doing a feeding video. Basically, the other day my mind went blank and I asked on Instagram what you guys wanted to see, and so many of you asked for a feeding video, so I'm like, let's do it. I have to feed my geckos, I just as well film it. Now, if you saw my last bug update, I did mention that I only have mealworms and Moreo worms. However, since then I have ordered some crickets, some waxworms and springtails. Springtails are for Diego's bioactive tank. I'm still trying to get that ready before he can move in. And crickets because originally, you know, this time of year usually the geckos don't eat as much, but my females have actually been still eating. Now and again they'll skip a meal, but they're doing really well, so I'm like, actually they may eat the crickets. And I'm not happy with feeding them mealworms and Moreo worms all the time. So I want a bit of variation in there. But anyway, we're going to start off with Moreo worms, and these are going to Gizmo because this morning, or today, some point today, she laid an egg and I found it a little later on in the day at the entrance of her hide. I think she probably laid it on the heat mat because it was quite dried out, but then she must have kicked it out of her cave. So I'm hoping she has quite an appetite. Before I could even set up my camera, Gizmo raced to the front of the tank. So you may notice in the back she has a calcium dish and this has multivitamins in. I was thinking of doing a video just all about Gizmo and some of my concerns with the fact that she's getting old. But I've given her some extra multivitamins. Whether or not she's having them, I don't know. But I'm going to pop this out for a second so we can feed her. Now, of course, she could very well be carrying a second egg. Leopard geckos lay eggs in clutches of 2. And usually with my geckos, they haven't been bred with, so these eggs don't always come out together, so we could expect another one in a day or two. Oh my goodness, Gizmo! Oh my goodness! What is this? What is this? Let's throw it down there. That's it. Giz, you gotta kind of run. You gotta kind of. You're getting a bit lazy. There you go. Is that okay? Gizmo got really excited for the food, and then she kept missing the Moreo worm, and now she's not interested. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen this with your geckos before. It happens. It's really frustrating when it happens because you know they're all excited and then they just give up. So I thought I'd try a mealworm. If I put it really close, it looks like a Moreo worm. Look at that, it's massive. But I'm not sure. I think she's given up a little bit. So what's happening here? Are you interested? Oh, that's just my hand, Gizmo. Oh. So, what I'll do... Oh. No. Okay. Well, this may be a fail for today. She may still have an egg on its way, but I will return to her after we've fed everyone else and see if she has changed her mind. Let's see if Diego wants something. It's very rare that he refuses food, so I'll give him what was going to be Gizmo's food. Oh, okay. Now, in previous videos, a lot of the feeding videos, you may have seen that I will tongue feed rather than let them hunt their own food. And some people ask me, like, is it still okay to, like, let them hunt down their food? 90% of the time, I do let them hunt down their food. It's only when I'm filming, or if I think the gecko needs help, that I use tongs to feed them. But most of the time, I let them do this. But as you can tell, they're not always the smartest hunters. Diego, it's over here. Here. Okay? There you go.
No.
There's nothing wrong with getting them to work a little bit harder for their food. If you think about it, in the wild they'll be working a lot harder than just shoving some worms in a food bowl. So don't you think he looks a little bird-like when he's like that? But yeah, it can be very easy to just put worms in a bowl and just let them eat all of them, but
No.
It's good to get them to work a little bit. Oh, don't let it chew your eyeball. Okay, okay. That has never happened before. I mean, it didn't actually chew his eyeball, but funnily enough, I was going to say that a lot of people ask me whether you have to take the head off of the Moreo worm first. Are you okay? Yeah? Okay. Usually I'd say no, but that was a little scary. Most of the time the leopard geckos will kind of chew the head first. Hey, Minnie! So Minnie does this a lot. Especially in the evening time. She's just gonna hang out here because she wants to come out. Now Minnie does... Oh, okay. Minnie does have quite the appetite at the moment, but recently I've had to feed her outside the tank, and I'll show you how it's done. It's a bit weird and I wouldn't recommend it for most geckos, but as you may know by now, Minnie is a particularly special gecko. So basically, Minnie here, whenever I was offering her food in her tank, she wasn't really eating, or she was just giving up a bit too soon. So one evening I thought, right, I'm going to take her out, give her a mealworm at a time, see how it works, and she's been eating like normal. So even though this kind of goes against the rules a bit, she does keep getting my thumb. That is my thumb, not a mealworm. It works for her. She's getting the food in her, which is great to see. I love how before with Diego I was saying, don't make it easy for your gecko, you know, don't put a dish full of mealworms down, you know, make them work for it. And then I'm here literally hand feeding Minnie. But you know what, this is what works for now, and keeping her weight up and keeping her fed is important. So I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna bend the rules for you, Minnie. Oh, that was that. Oh, okay, no, that is actually my thumb, Minnie. Yeah, no thank you. This is what you're going for. So surprisingly, Ziggy has been a little picky with her food lately. Some days she goes hyper for it, some days she's just not interested in it. But I'm going to give her another Moreo worm, so I'm going to put it up here. I wonder if she'll see it up there. Oh, well, that's embarrassing.
Love.
So I actually had Ziggy out on me the other night. She was just sort of chilling. And her stomach started to have these little, almost like contractions. And this usually happens before they lay an egg. And it might be just getting the egg in place. But I definitely felt them. I definitely saw her move. So maybe she's going to lay the eggs she's carrying. But we shall wait and see. Oh?
Yep.
She got it. So I thought I'd come back and offer Gizmo another Moreo worm. So one thing I noticed is I did try to hand feed her it, and she seemed excited until she sniffed it. This is not in focus. I am so sorry. This camera is useless sometimes. But basically sometimes Moreo worms and mealworms, they have a bit of a defense. Oh my goodness. So it seems like Gizmo's interested in her food again. Though every time she does get it, my camera seems to go out of focus. Is come on for your foot? No, not interested. Not interested. Okay, let me take it from me. Yeah, so 2 is still fine. Obviously Moreo worms aren't the best, they're more of a treat. But it just goes to show that, yeah, maybe your gecko isn't interested in food when you first try it, but you can always go back and try again. I hope this video has been cool. The geckos are certainly quite alert, and everyone actually ate, which is really good. So anyway, thank you for watching, guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe, but thank you and goodbye.